Our guest today is Richard Croak. Richard, you are a member of the Federal and New York State Bar Association. You served as an attorney for the Justice Department, and you have an American board certification in both business and consumer bankruptcy. Want to talk about student loans and folks having problems with those?
This is the most sought after answer in the bankruptcy business, because student loans technically now are not dischargeable in a bankruptcy case. There are some very limited exceptions. The main exception is that you can get a hardship discharge. To get a hardship discharge, you basically have to be on your deathbed. It's almost an impossible hurdle to get over. People ask me all the time, well, I should be able to get this hardship discharge. A lot of people who file pro se and list these student loans think they're discharged automatically. A student loan is never discharged automatically. It requires you to bring a separate proceeding within the bankruptcy process to discharge the loan. So pretty much you're stuck, you got to go out and hire an attorney to discharge a student loan. Very few attorneys will even take the cases. That's how difficult they are. However, there are a lot of different exceptions, and there are a lot of loopholes now that an attorney may be able to get you through, particularly if your main problem is they keep tacking on penalties. The penalty is 25%, and every time you go 240 days after a notice that you're going to be penalized, they tack on another 25%. You can use a bankruptcy to stop that.
What are the best alternatives to a student loan bankruptcy proceeding?
The Department of Education runs a website. So if you have a government guaranteed loan, and even sometimes if you don't, you can get into one of these programs that the government is running, particularly income-based repayment. That means instead of paying what the loan requires you to pay, you pay what you got available to pay against the loan. Eventually, the loan will be forgiven. If you work for a public employer or a charity, it'll be forgiven after 10 years. If you work for just general public, it'll be forgiven in 20 years. But even saying that, there are about 20-some programs that you can get yourself into for student loans. So the best thing to do is type in Department of Education. When you get to their website, type in income-based repayment, and it'll not only get you to income-based repayment, it'll get you to a list of the various programs you can enter.